So we're back with the next video. In this video, we're going to go over the browser. The browser is this section right here. Depending on how your computer reacts to the installation, sometimes you'll come up with the browser already up. Sometimes the browser will be hidden. All you have to do is click on this little area right here, show hide browser bar, boom, comes right back up. In here, you're going to have categories. Now, the categories pretty much represent the plugins, the different sounds that Live has, and different instruments. So when you click on sounds, pretty much it's going to be using all the different Live instruments and their presets to kind of help you filter out what type of sound you're looking for. And it's all categorized by the type of sound. So, bass, it's going to go through all the different instruments and all the bass patches that are attached to Ableton. Now, because I have the Suite version, I have all the sounds and all the instruments that are inside of Ableton. If you don't have Suite, if you have Standard or Intro or anything like that, you'll just have, you'll be kind of limited, but you can still, make some and do some good stuff with it. Now, right here, you got the drums. These are all the drum kits that come with Ableton. Everything pretty much follows the drum rack, which you'll see in the next part. Instruments. So these are all the MIDI instruments that Ableton has. And like I said, because I have the Suite version, if you have the Suite version, you'll get all the instruments that come with it. So, tension, simpler, sampler, operator, all these good stuff. And then it also has presets for everything. So you could be able to, go through and see that not only do you just get to pull up the actual instrument itself, down here, boom, but you can actually pull up a specific preset. So say I wanted to use a pluck or a guitar. Just go ahead and do that. Boom. Now the instrument is complete with all the parameters and effects. Next, we're going to get into the audio effects. Now, these are all the audio effects that come with Live, and I will say that I'm pretty impressed with how easy they are to use and how many they come with, and how dope they are and how they can be chained together. So you have auto filter, and the cool thing about this is that you can literally just kind of go in. Let me delete this real quick. You can go in on track and just double click, and it'll pop up in the chain. Add another one. You can mix it, move them around to see where they need to go. Bypass them if you need to. But we'll get into plugins in another video. Next, we have MIDI effects. So MIDI effects are Ableton's way of manipulating MIDI and MIDI tracks, things of that nature. So you have your arpeggiator, chords, MIDI effect rack, where you can combine multiple MIDI effects to make one effect. Then you got Max for Live. Max for Live is pretty much an expansion for people that own Suite. I own Suite, but I haven't actually installed it just because I haven't had a need for it just yet. Plugins. This is all your third-party plugins. So these are everything that you install. You see my plugin is kind of skimpy just because I like to keep my stuff really, really narrowed down to things I use and not just things I have on my computer. I just find it's a lot more easier for your workflow when you work that way. Clips. Now these are all the clips that are associated with Ableton that you download from the website or anything that's made for Ableton. Samples is pretty much all the samples that come with Ableton. Now the one cool thing about this is that you can actually click in search. And when you click in search and you type in something, say I put in kick. So when I put in kick, now in anything that I go to, it's going to try to find everything that has kick inside of it. So since we're in sounds, should pull up something for kick, but it's not. Alright. Yeah, this is one of my independent drum samples I made. Drum rack. It'll also show up with all the presets. When you go to audio effects, it's going to show you all the presets that are associated with the kick. which I think is pretty good for detail and not making everything scattered. But if you do want to just kind of search all, as soon as you type in something up here, search all is going to pretty much pull everything that's associated with Ableton and what you have in the places. Which leads me to what places is. Places is pretty much a way for you to access kind of miscellaneous information that you want to pull into Ableton. So right here you have packs, which are all the Ableton packs. And like I said, I downloaded a lot of the packs from their website, and then any other self-made packs or packs from other people can be uploaded into here, and they'll show up in there. User library, this is pretty much all your presets, which I think is really good that they keep your presets away from the actual presets that the manufacturer has, just because it allows you to get to things that you created without being confused. Like if you go to let's see, presets, instruments, instrument rack, it's showing a preset one that I made, this trap and kick. It's pretty much like a trap drum kit with some macros assigned, so I can select through different type of kicks and snares and hi-hats. Just a kind of a simple workflow thing to create ideas. Next, this is going to pretty much be all the clips and all the information, all the WAV files, everything that's associated with your actual session. Since I don't have anything in the session, just preset tracks, I don't have any audio or anything, it's not going to show up anything. Now, what's really cool is that in Ableton, you can add a folder that directs to a specific folder on your hard drive, so that it makes it real easy for you to pull in your samples. So like you click on this add folder button, it's going to pop up with a dialog box, and you just pretty much point it to wherever you want to upload your sound libraries or third-party VSTs and things of that nature that you want to pull in. So see here, I have my trap sounds. I'm kind of organized when it comes to my construction kits, which is very important to be. So let's get out of that. Boom. Now, the one thing I will say is that sometimes when you import, depending how big the folder is itself, so you see all mine and my folders come in, pretty much it might take a little while, just because of the fact that it has to think and it has to read everything and import it into the database. So you're good on that. So pretty much that's it for the browser. So on to the next video.